Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome everyone to Modern Woman Profession. As you all know, the past few days I've been talking about the diversity of how women think, and today we're gonna talk about why women want you to make 100K. Is a simple, and then we're gonna go through it and then listen to Shadow Darius, give him some love, and then we're gonna hear what the women want in a dating relationship.
And I've never had anybody love me or desire me or want to be with me.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year?
Depends where they live. I mean, if I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making 100,000.
I have no clue.
Like a million, 2 million.
300K.
100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
No, that's 500 is
Like normal?
on a good day. Yeah, I mean it depends.
I'm glad she pointed out a woman has no clue um how money work. Basically they have a point. And one point they have the economy is very bad and they need at least 100K for 200K for the person to be survived. They have the point that I give them to them. But the point of the matter is to date, that's the issue I have. Because remember that the reason why she want to date you to make that money because the bad boy that's previously do her dirty, make her do some nasty stuff, and then on top of that, she was unable to get anything out of it. She got her heart broken, she was crying, and then she was battling shit. She almost fainted, and then she went to the hospital, and then she went to medication. So that's the reason what happened. That's why she wants you. Another way, when you come in to date her, you gotta pay for her meds, you gotta pay for everything, and the next thing you know, she'll be happy. The reason why she's happy because that money going to her retirement plan, and then she gonna flex to her ex. That's the point. She gonna flex in front of her ex to say like, you leave me heartbroken. Look at that. Now I can flex on you. And the next thing you know, if the bad boy come along, guess what she gonna do? She gonna take your money because she never loved you, and then go back pay for the bad boy. That's why you see most of the millionaire when their wife divorce, who's gonna take? The broke guy. This is what happened. And I'm telling you guys, don't feel bad for them because they know exactly what they're doing. Women love what men care about. If you care about your house, she gonna come and get it. If you care about your car, she want your car, she gonna destroy it. If you care about your clothes, she gonna ditch it, she gonna burn it. If you care about your retirement, that's why she want to get married, because she want to know whenever she married to you, she can have access to that. If you care about your family, she wants you to not talk to your family, to give her everything. Everything women want you to care about is because she see that you become a problem in the future. That's what I'm telling you. In order for you to make money and then to pay for her lifestyle, she about her lifestyle. It's not about her lifestyle. The reason she asked for that money because she want to flex to the exes that, oh, you didn't know my value. Look at that guy that pay that know my worth. That's why I'm here and I'm flexing off of you. You cannot touch this. But at the end of the day, she doesn't love you. She just using that as excuse. Just like, honey, I love you, because at the end of the day, she want your hard working money. And the only way for a man to prove you you love her is to spend on her. Woman knows that. The bad boy doesn't spend on her. The bad boy knows that he doesn't have to spend a dime, and then she feel like, oh, he doesn't love me, he doesn't spend that, I'm gonna convince him that he can love me even though spend on me. But the good guy, he wants you to spend on her, because once you spend on her, you prove that you're desperate, you prove that you love her. But the bad boy doesn't spend money on her, because the bad boy show that he doesn't love her, and the next thing you know, she get confused. Now she gonna give it to the bad boy so the bad boy can change his mind, so the bad boy can spend money on her. And the next thing you know, the bad boy can be like loving her, and the next thing you know, the cycle, and then the bad boy gonna turn to the good guy because the bad boy spend money on her. Now she doesn't attract the bad boy, she looking for another bad boy, because that the bad boy that doesn't spend money on her, that doesn't love her. Woman knows that. If you love me, you have to spend money. If you don't love me, you're not gonna spend no money. And then the bad boy doesn't spend any money, and that's why they chase after the bad boy, because the bad boy is say like, oh, I don't love you, I'm not gonna spend money on you. You're nobody to me. And then she gonna convince the bad boy by sleeping with him. But you as a good guy, she gonna make you wait because you already give her the price that she's asking for, which is your resources, your energy, your hard work, money. That's why I'm telling you guys, don't fall for that. Is to spend money on her. That's why she said when you go to the date, you don't need to spend you have to spend 100%, no 50-50, because she knows that if you love me enough, you're desperate enough, you gonna have to spend your hard working money on me. That's why she said you gotta pay for my time, which is another way for of sex worker. But again, we're not going to do that today. That's why she said you gotta spend for my hot time, because I put makeup on, I put I fix my hair, my clothes, and then shower and so on and so forth, because she knows that the moment you spend money on her, you're hooked. Because now you're an investment, you intentionally want something in return, and women gonna take that as a leverage. Or she gonna do it probably give you a little picture, or sometimes give you a little show that, like for example, she gonna put her melon out a little bit for you to see, and next thing you know, that's enough for you. But trust and believe, she doesn't love you, because now once you see a little bit of it, now you're gonna spend more money to see more of it. But the bad boy, since the bad boy is not Spanish, she'll be like, huh, he's different. He doesn't mean no intention. That's why they look after the bad boy, because the bad boy doesn't mean no intention, doesn't give me no love, nothing. The guy is focused on his purpose, and then she got to fight in order for her to be seen. But you, as a good guy, you already spend that money already in front for her to see you, and she doesn't look like, because she doesn't have a competition. That's what I'm telling you, man. Don't be spending money on women. The day you spend money on women, guess what's gonna happen? She gonna lose interest. And that's why she said that you gotta spend 100K. 100K is crazy. For living stable, I understand that, but that's why you hear most of the time when she's broke and then she in a relationship, she's saving money. The 100K that she's making, you gotta pay for the house, you gotta pay for the car, you gotta pay for the kids that are kids, and then you have to pay for everything. The money you take, you working hard, she gonna put on the side to save. She gonna have another account on the side without even you knowing it, or all account, and then she put money on the side just in case. And then once that money reaches about 60K, 100K, she gonna leave your butt, because now she has enough money, enough for her to pay for your whole salary for the whole year. And that money, she not gonna put it on, for example, on when she file for divorce, she gonna go in your income together and your salary, and the next thing you're gonna pay alimony, child support, and so forth, and while she got the money on the side without even knowing it. That's why she wants your money, because she wants you to make enough money so she can cover expensive, cover the bill, and cover for her to save on the side. So when she want her way out, she can easily do that, because she already have enough saving for that. With the bad boy has no future, no income. She cannot do that. Since she already tried the bad boy and then give the bad boy everything, and the bad boy still cheat, the bad boy still break her, and the bad boy still leave her, she doesn't want that to happen to the next guy, which is you. And then that's why she want to leverage in the relationship by taking your money. If you take your resources, your money, she think like she get back to the bad boy, but in reality, she just destroy you. That's what it is. The reason why she talk about it, because she's not over the bad boy yet, but she wants you to pay the price for the bad boy that's do it for free. That's why she's not gonna listen to you. That's why she's combative. That's why she's always fighting with you when you're talking to her, because she never really observed by your personality. She never take the time to know you. She always compares her to bad boy to see what can she take leverage from you, so she can see as a flex on for all the bad boy. And then once that happen, she feels stable enough, and then this is where she gonna leave you. and then you paying the price for the bad boy because now she's gonna compare you for everything wrong the bad boy did. She's gonna compare you for life. She's gonna put her mind that she's never gonna get hurt like that again. She never gonna let her guard down like that. That's why you're always gonna have initial sex with her. You're always gonna have an initial intimacy. You always have to be romantic to her because she's not on the moon. The moon she's in, she's always ready to battle, always ready to live. Because at the end of the day, the bad boy did her a service by destroying her. And that's why she's fighting with you in your relationship. That's when you become boyfriend with her. She's always gonna not gonna listen to her husband. She's not gonna listen to because the boyfriend or husband is a guy she go with make the boyfriend or the bad boy jealous. And the jealousy is because that the bad boy has so many women and the backline lined up. She treat her as a piece of meat, and then now somebody pay for her, and then now she saw that she got value. Once she got enough value, now she can, the bad boy can see that she's somebody. And the best way for her to prove that she's somebody by leverage money from a good guy. That's why they want Sam to pay because they want to increase their value by having more money. But they're not over the bad boy. They never. That's why when you're trying to initiate, she has to initiate a certain position. She said that position hurt her, or she doesn't try it because now she has discernment, or she's a good girl now. But back in the day, she tried that position and then she liked it, and in that position remind her of her bad boy. And then since the bad boy hurt her badly, she doesn't want you to have the same privilege or some opportunity that the bad boy had. And next thing you know, you're on the limit now, always have the same position, always you have to be passing up, you got to do all that work. But at the end of the day, she knows exactly in her mind she not over the bad boy. She just wants you to pay for something that's broken. And the best way for her to hide her brokenness is through makeup, through shopping, and as much as resources as she can, and then she can elevate her lifestyle so she can see like she is somebody and for the bad boy. And then with the bad boy come along and the bad boy catch her eyes again, and next thing you know, the cycle we put all over again. She's gonna live in her heartbeat for the bad boy because the bad boy now has knowledge of her. But at the end of the day, the bad boy just see that he can track resources from her, and then once the bad boy drain her resources, she going back to level 0 and look for another guy to pay for her, and the cycle put all over again. Don't be fooled. This is how women think. This is how why they want you to get my 100K. It's not because like she wants stability. She just want the attention of the bad boy because the bad boy, the perverse guy, broke her heart. And then she gonna take nothing in return. Now she wants you to pay for the previous guy that get nothing, that she did take nothing from. That's why when she get a baby and then 2-3 baby, they want a guy that has financial stable. That's why when they after bad boy, the guy in jail, they after the gangster and a scammer and stuff like that because they want the bad boy. But you after they get a heartbroken and the next thing you know they get you, what you gonna pay? Pay in front to prove your love. To prove your loyalty, you gotta pay a pro. If you love me, you gotta pay. But the Bible is that hey, shoot, if you're not down to this or that, the third, hey, I'm gonna move on. And then you mind your business, I don't care. And then she feel like that she's not valuable. And then you as a good guy, you pay the amount you pay, that's how much she value you. That's why every time she want more from you because the more money you spend on her, they show that you got the value and she get the strength. That's why once a man stop spending money on her, she get nervous, she get mad because next thing you know, she knows that she lost her value. That's why when you spend money on the girl, it feel like cheating to her because now she see that that woman has value in front of your eyes. That's the worst thing men can do is spend money on another woman. That's why she want to control your finances. That's why it's happened. The reality is that if you love me, you're gonna spend money on me. And the bad boy destroyed the game totally. They be like, hey, I don't love you. I'm not looking for a relationship. You're just another girl next door, and then let me be. And it shows like, wait a minute, you're different. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna make you love me, and next thing you know, I'm gonna make sure that you chase after me. And the bad boy's like, hey, bet, and then she's willing to come over and then do a booty call and one night stand, and for the benefit of the bad boy while you're spending money. And the bad boy's like, you already know what it is. It's just for the benefit. You just one night stand. I'm not gonna be in a relationship with you. And then she feel like broken. She be like, how could you? But sure, you know. She want to convince the bad boy to pay for her, but the bad boy stand on the ground, don't pay for her. But you as a good guy, since you start paying, she see that you desperate and then you love her, and she be like, huh, I wonder how much you love me. That's why whenever she needs something, she really like, you need to buy a ring for 100K, 20K, 30K, because the more expensive the ring is, the more desperate you just show that, the more that you crazy about her. But the bad boy can come in and then do her in the bathroom, dirty bathroom, and the back alley and the parking lot, because she want to prove that the bad boy that she has value, and the only value the woman has is a sexually appear. But you as a good man, she want to show that her the value she has, her personality. She know exactly that's a damn lie. But you paying for her personality while she know the value is the sexual value, is a giving sexual active, but she wants you to pay for sexual therapy for her parents, but the sexual activity she can give the bad boy, so the bad boy can invest on her to see her value. Women knows her value is about sex. That's why they dress up like that, because they know that the value they have is the sex appeal. Women knows that sex sell. That's why the OnlyFans, they do street workers, they do all sex workers, they do all that, because women know sex sell. But they're willing the good guy to pay for it. But the bad boy just show up. That's the most valuable things women has, is their sexual market value. That's why they always do things to show they're sexually appealing. And thank you guys for watching. If you like my video, thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for the subscriber, and I appreciate that. And see you guys next one. Ciao.